Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to.
So now, how did the management of Dark Communications, owners of AIT, Ray Power, and Faji FM, how did they take your exit?
Well, I knew you were going to get to that point, and maybe I should just say that I want to leave that area for history, and maybe possibly sometime down the line we can talk about it. But if you have worked for an organization, I doubt if there's anybody that can tell the history of how we started that communication. I doubt there's anybody that can tell the history and not mention the name of Ambrose Somide, along with Kenny Ogumbe, Olusegun Krishola, led by Dokpesi and a few others. How we started in that bush in Ilapo, in Alagbado. And although yes, around 2000, I left to form my own production outfit that I ran till about 2012 when I went back. That's another story. What happened in the year 2000 that led to my exit, and then how we spent those 12 years before Ezomo brought me back in 2012. That's my history. What now transpired between 2012 and my exit is another interesting thing that we just be. But to say that okay, we left or along with my other colleagues, and I would let me just leave that area.
Okay, can we talk about your first exit? Do you want to talk about why you left the first time, and now that you left, it's not?
The first exit was at the height of the crisis in Dark Communications. Then, the issue with the bank, I think Union Bank, and all of that, and Kenny Ogumbe left, and I was made the acting general manager, and some people felt that why should a Yoruba man leave and another Yoruba man is made to. It's another story entirely, and I just had to leave. High Chief Dokpesi didn't want that to happen, but at that point I just had to leave. And thank God we are still alive to tell the story. Some 24 years after. As I said, maybe one day when I sit down to complete my story that I've been struggling to write, I called it the radio boy. Maybe when I sit down to finally complete it, maybe I will deal with some of those.
Okay, would it have been easier for you? I mean, considering now that if Dokpesi had not died, would it have been easier for you to leave, or you found it easier to leave now?
When I got the radio license, the first person I went to, when I picked the letter from MBC in Abuja, the first person I went to was High Chief Dokpesi. He was in the study. I said, I've come to see you, sir. He said, Ambrose, what's it? I said, Lisa. I gave him the letter. He looked at it, said, reading. I said, yes. I said, sir, one day I will have to retire. I am occupying a position that has a time limit. So one day I have to go. He said, go where? I said, I have to return to Abeokuta. He said, okay, so this is what I will want to return to. He said, okay. So what do you want me to do? I said, you have helped others, including universities, to set up their own radio station. Help me. He was busy, he was writing, so he left what he was doing, took the paper again, read it, said, okay, do a photocopy, give a copy to your sister, that's Dr. Mrs. Tosin Dokpesi, give to her, and then let's talk about it. And I did that. I spoke with Tosin, and so kept going back and forth, and he would say, chairman is looking at your this thing. But unfortunately, he died. In January last year, just months before he died, we were in a meeting. I just came back from the UK, and after the meeting, they called me and pulled me aside. Said, "Okay, that's your project. Wait until after the election. Hopefully, when we eventually win, then we can then talk about your project." But well,
Man proposes.
that didn't happen, and
Okay.
then I had to,
Okay.